What's Whitney Houston's favorite type of porn?
Whitney Houston's favorite kind of porn.
Yeah.
Celebrity crush.
Hentai.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry. I saw this on Reddit and I could not. I had to share it. I was like, no. Someone, the world needs to hear this joke. Obviously, the people that understand need to hear this joke. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the See You Show. It's your overpowered girl, Uchenna.
And I'm here, Chewe, as always. And today we are trying out a new format, right?
Yes, we are. So just to kind of go through what this is going to be, we're going to have obviously our normal intro and we're going to have a recommendation for the week. And then we'll do the content, which is usually like a film review, anime review, any review that we want to do, right? And then we have a new segment called Weekly Mind Blowers. So this is anything we see on the internet, any newsworthy things that we see, and literally things that we want to talk about because life sucks and we want to vent. And number 5, the next thing is workplace stories or random stories. So workplace stories mainly because
the work life will be hella interesting, funny, and frustrating all in one go.
Yeah. Exactly. And like also like we spend so much time at work, we might as well just incorporate that into the plot because I feel like a lot of people are surely having as much interesting work life stories as we are, but obviously we can't really talk about it because I could probably talk about my old ones, maybe just not my new ones. And then obviously that will be the last bit, and we will what's the word I'm looking for? We will not substitute. We will do like a one in, one out. What's that thing?
Like tap in, tap out.
Not replace. No, tap in. Nah. Rotate between workplace stories and Am I the Arsehole stories. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
For every episode. Yeah. And then obviously an outro. So hopefully you guys like this new format of the show. But trying to just spice things up for you guys and give you guys more content per episode as well. So hopefully you like it. And yeah, shall we begin?
We shall. Where should we start?
So the first thing is the recommendation of the week. So do you have any recommendation for the people, them?
For the people, them.
For the people, them. Them people, them.
My recommendation of the week would be... What actually have I been watching that I'm not going to talk about today? Actually, what I'm going to talk about today, the Penthouse War in Life, is actually...
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk about it eventually, but yeah, I recommend that.
But you should watch... Yeah, you recommend that. Okay. Anything else?
Anything else? What else have I been watching?
Maybe a documentary or something that you've seen, or a news article?
A news article? No, I haven't seen a news article that I recommend. I saw something funny, though, that's on Instagram this morning, which is... I wouldn't recommend, but I found it funny. It was basically this woman was at her husband's funeral, and then a man proposed to her at her husband's funeral. I'm like, these people are mad.
What?
How are you out here proposing?
Oh my god, did you see the one that proposed in Nando's?
No, I haven't seen that one.
What? Yeah. Why are men just randomly proposing in like the worst places ever? How are you gonna propose at a funeral? That's insane. Okay, so what were my recommendations? So you know how we watched Black Mirror, that episode of Black Mirror?
Yeah.
So I'm recommending I'm recommending to people to definitely watch Black Mirror. It's so good. Oh, it makes you question morality. It makes you question your life and your life choices. I'm recommending what I'm also going to be reviewing today as well. So that's Inglorious Basterds, as well as Kotaro Lives Alone. That is a sick anime. Sick anime. It's so cute. It's so heartfelt. It's so heartbreaking. And it's very relatable. And it makes you, I don't know, it just makes you feel good and feel bad for the characters, or like relate to the characters as well. It's such a great anime. Great anime. So if you like cutesy emotional stuff, you should give it a watch. It's great. So yeah, that's it for recommendation of the week. Next thing is the content for the week. I should also mention that we're kind of changing the way that would work as well. So I'll have a recommendation, Chewe would have a recommendation, and then we'll do one together. So we'll be giving you 3, not recommendations, reviews, semi-reviews, 3 reviews per episode of sorts. So that again, we're pumping out more content.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll be able to like divide it. But the podcast, you'll be able to listen to the whole thing, but on YouTube, we'll kind of cut it appropriately and hopefully give you actual like really good graphics as well. So that's it from my side. Anything from yours?
Yeah, I think that's it. Are we starting with together, or are we going one first?
No, we're going one after the other. So, you go with your Penthouse review.
So, the Penthouse in War in Life is a Korean drama. It has 3 seasons. I've currently watched season 1, and it's sold. It's literally had it. So it starts off with our main. Well, it falls to the parents and the children. It's like 2 side by side stories, like they're interlinked. And we have so the daughters of these children, of these parents, are trying to get into the best musical school in Korea. And there's a flashback onto I think her name's Haejin or Haeyin, went into her past life with the person who's now a music teacher. Her daughter wants to get into her class, and she's like, no, I won't allow that. And because that teacher slashed her neck because she was a better singer, and she was like, I can't have you singing me. I'm a rich person's daughter, because she was rich, and she's like,
yeah.
And
yeah,
her dad covered it up. Yeah, so her dad covers this situation up for her. And then time goes by, and then it's like history is repeating herself because Hayden's daughter is a better singer than this person.
Is also, yeah.
And then her daughter is a psycho. Honestly, she would kill for her mother. And it's dramatic. And it's just like, how far has her mother broken her? What else is about it? It's not a thriller. It's a slice of life. I don't know why I'm related to anime. It's a slice of life, but you literally follow these people around, and it's also
drama.
Dramatic. Yeah, it's a drama. It's a drama.
Because remember, there's also the parents that are plotting, because there's also apartment problems as well. The higher you are in the penthouse, the more renowned. Yeah.
So,
and also
you are, or
yeah, you know how one of them is abusing the wife, or is that a different one?
No.
It's the same one.
Abusing their wife.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same one.
I mean,
where there's a wife there that's really pretty, and they're all jealous of her.
Oh, he's not abusing her.
They all think
he's not abusing her, but he did kill her daughter, her original daughter, because she was from her previous marriage. And then they got married together, but he killed her daughter. And then she finds this out, and she's plotting to get him in prison, as long as his mistress, who also helped kill her daughter.
Jesus Christ. Because obviously I haven't finished watching this. Oh, you see, this is why I love K-drama, right? Because there's always a plot, and then there's a subplot, and then there's a subplot of the subplot. It's insane. I mean, there's always so much going on. Last night I was watching Strong Girl Bong Soon, and I was just like, how did this light and fluffy, I know, how did this light and fluffy K-drama become this, like, there's a killer on the loose and he's beating and smashing women's head in and kidnapping? I'm like, and then they just put it like right next to each other, and for some reason it works. It works. It's so airy, it's so funny, it's so fluffy, but it's fucking dark. I mean, like, the themes that's in it, you literally, yeah. K-dramas, they're doing the most, but I love it.
We are doing the most.
So what's your main takeaway from Penthouse?
From Penthouse. Okay, season 1. That's what I've watched so far. The people you're around are playing a big part in your life. Because damn, her father covered up her whole.
Yeah.
It's not like she killed someone, but I'm pretty sure he would have done that for her too. And when you see how she's grown up, because she ends up killing her father at the end, near the last episodes, and because you know that this school they're trying to get into, her father owns that school. And then her father found out that she was divorcing her husband. And she's like, I can't trust a person who can't keep a family together to keep a business running. And so she was going to give the inheritance of the school to her sister. And she ends up killing her father, so he doesn't sign the will over to her sister. It's mad.
Wow. Wow. See, Korean dramas for you. Okay, so is there anything else you kind of want to point out with Penthouse?
Other things.
Are there like any themes of, like, you know,
maybe
betrayal or
because
negligence or
maybe your goals? Like, these children are so fixated on this one goal of getting to this one school, and for most part of it, like the rich kids, that's not even their dreams. They're just doing it because the parents have told them to do it. And then Hagen's daughter is doing it because she actually loves singing and she likes music, and that's why she wants to get into school. So maybe, like, evaluate your goals, and if you can't get your first goal, at least have a backup plan so you don't get, like, too frustrated with life. Because at one point,
but don't give up though.
Don't give up, because Hagen's daughter
be happy.
was sabotaged at her interview to get into the school. And then she was like, I'm going to kill myself because I thought it was like, girl, she's just one school. There are plenty of other schools, but I get it. It's the best school for music. I don't have frustration, but don't put so much frustration on one place. Like, you can't, like, there are many routes to get to your goal.
They are. There really, really are.
I guess that's it.
Yeah. I think one thing one thing that I can take off this is, especially at this time where a lot of people are doing their exams, especially GCSE A levels, they've pretty much done their exams and they're waiting for their results over the summer. So hopefully, whatever your result is, if it doesn't get you into that dream school that you want it to go to, just know that there's definitely hope out there, and there are way, way more options for you in life. You are so, so young. You can always retake your A levels or retake your GCSEs. You can still go to uni and get the same excellent excellent results. Just because you didn't pass your GCSEs or your A levels literally doesn't define your entire life at all. Just so you know,
there's many options to get
more
to
hope
your goal.
out there. There's way, way many options. There's more qualifications that you can do, especially now in the age of programs. And, you know, there's less of an emphasis on going to uni. It's more get the qualification, get the knowledge, and then get the experience. So, you know, if maybe uni or A levels or GCS or whatever doesn't work out for you, think about apprenticeships. Think about taking online courses that could help you, you know, create a passion in you so that you can do what you love doing or what you like doing, and you can find yourself. Go traveling for a year, you know, do something. And hopefully you have access to do that as well, because, you know, not everyone has access to the most important things or to the most basic things. So for me, I have gone with Inglorious Basterds.
haven't watched
What,
it.
what? So this is a Quentin Tarantino show. This is actually one of my favorite. I really like Pulp Fiction, but I think I would put this above Pulp Fiction, like for real. So now this film is kind of like it's like I don't know if I should call it a love letter or a revenge letter to the Nazis or slash like a Western indie thing. And like there's so many references to like iconic films of the past, which is something that apparently Quentin Tarantino is like obsessed with. He loves films. Obviously he's a director. Jesus Christ, Uchenna. Anyway, he also wrote the script for this, and apparently it took him 10 years. So he started in like 1990, God knows what, and then finished it like in 2008 or something, like really quickly. But anyway, that aside. Right, so this show, right, this film, sorry, is about 8 Jewish American soldiers who are on a mission to kill the Führer, Hitler. Now, it follows these men. It follows a general. A general? Is he a general? I don't actually know. I don't remember. And a woman. So now the scene opens up with this really long dialogue, right? Of it gives us context to what happens later on in the film. So this general Hans Lander, he goes into this house. So you know how like during the World War II, you couldn't harbor Jewish people. It was against the law, and I think there was somewhere in Italy or so. And he was like, so you're harboring these people. Why are you harboring these people? Did you know that it's illegal to do this? Blah, blah, blah. So now these people, obviously, they are hidden away. And what happens in this scene is he kills an entire, spoiler alert, just so you know, he kills an entire, so if you're going to watch it, just, you know, skip what I'm about to say. Like skip to God knows when, maybe like halfway through or something, because this is going to go on for a while. Anyway, he kills this entire family, but one person survives. And during this time, I can't explain the opening scene to you without you having to watch the opening scene. It's so menacing. Like there's silence, there's pauses where there's meant to be. This guy is threatening you, yeah, Faith? But he's asked you for a cup of milk, and like he's laughing, is, you know, smoking a pipe. This guy don't smoke, like for real, but he's doing it, you know, to show that he's, you know, he's charming, he's nice. Like you meet this guy and you actually like him because he's funny, but he's a bad guy. And you know he's a bad guy because the scene literally sets the tone that, ooh, everyone's reaction is kind of, you know, more somber. Everyone's on edge. You're on edge. But this guy that's talking, that's threatening, he's so chill. He's so relaxed. And it creates some kind of confusion. Well, anyway, it created it for me anyway. So that's the opening scene. And then I guess what I'm going to do is mainly focus on the theme of the film as a whole, which is revenge. Obviously we all know the events. Well, I'm hoping a lot of people know the events that led up to World War II. Yeah. And what Hitler was doing. And also I want to give a trigger warning for this point. I don't really want to give my opinion. I'm kind of just going to, should I say specifically, and only specifically in relation to this film, because I don't know, I'm not as educated in World War II as I really should be. But anyway, so this film basically, without giving too much of the story away, focuses on Jewish people taking revenge on Nazis or neo-Nazis. Right? It's very bloody. There's literally a scene where this guy takes a bat and he literally just like beats them to death, like beats a Nazi soldier to death. Like it's bloody. It's horrible. It makes you question, you know, should you do the same things your oppressor did to you, you know, to get balance, to get equality? Like, does that make sense? Like, you know how obviously women are trying to fight for their rights. Does that mean we should commit the same atrocities that men committed just because we want the same level of respect or the same level of rights? You know what I mean? Or to be accepted the same way. The same thing kind of relates to race as well. Sorry, you're laughing.
No, I'm just thinking about it. Like, I've heard, as I've heard scenarios, I've had conversations where people have said that maybe for men to try and see their trust, like try and reason with us, I say reason with women, we have to be as aggressive as them for them to understand. Like, you can't,
for them
like,
to understand and for them to listen.
Yeah, because we wouldn't really, like, as the saying goes, you don't really know how it feels until you in someone's shoes. So maybe it might be. So I'm not saying that way.
So unless you're treated somewhat the same, you wouldn't be able to relate.
Yeah.
But then an eye for an eye makes the world blind. So someone's going to be overhurt than the other. Does that make sense? So we're just going to keep killing each other. So someone's going to have to take an L at some point, so that we can all be somewhat equal. That's what I personally believe. I don't know that that's how it should go, but you know, whatever floats anybody's boat. So anyway, this theme kind of goes on, and there's also a theme of literally it keeps you on the edge of your seat, like this film. And I think there's 5 chapters. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone listening, but I think that there are 5 chapters. So the opening, there's a bit like that's very revengey, and then there's a bit that's focused on this Hans guy, and the girl that survived in the opening scene, and then there's this bit in the tavern as well, which, oh my god, insane. And then there's obviously the final bit where they finally, you know, get their goal and they do what they wanted to actually do. So what I remember thinking about this film is, obviously, majority of what's happening in this film is not real, but it's just the way or the balance with these characters and like the real life characters like Churchill that they used and Hitler. It's very caricaturesque. Like, it's not really, obviously we don't really know how they were, but I feel like it kind of pokes fun at what people think they are, like an enunciated, like a highly enunciated, is that the word? Highly exaggerated like characteristics for Churchill and for Hitler, which I really liked. Also, this Hans Lander guy, right? I don't know. So remember that girl that survived? There's a scene in the film where we know, so the audience know that he knows something about her, and like she's kind of like a mouse that's trapped. So they're having dinner because there's this Nazi guy who's trying to, you know, get into her pants in it because men are scum. And she happens to anyway end up at this dinner with this Jewish hunter guy, which he hates the title, by the way. Did I also mention that Brad Pitt is in this film?
No. How did they get the name?
Okay, yes. Oh, Inglorious Basterds.
No, how did they get the name Jewish Hunter?
Because he was literally famous for sniffing Jewish people out. This was his legend. He'd literally find them wherever they were hiding and do his job. So he was good at his job, and he took a sickening pleasure in doing it well. Like that's and he has this whole dialogue about how he hates it, and like how the name is just a name that stuck. It doesn't, like, it was kind of saying it in a way that it's some kind of artistic thing, because he was at this this is the cinema bit, so the final chapter, I guess, of the film, where he was really enjoying himself. He was having fun. He was so sure that he was the guy in power, like, you know, and then all of a sudden the power is taken away from him, and you can see the instant in his face when he realizes he's done for. It's so great. Like, at the end, you're watching this, although this is a character that has made you laugh in a kind of a comfortable way, but you're so happy that he's finally getting, you know, what he really deserves. And like, that's what I kind of say, like, it's kind of a revenge love letter in a sense, to what happened in the past. And it's a very, very interesting film. I don't think I'm expressing it as well as I probably should be. But it's a great film. And if you want to watch it, you should definitely watch it. And if you liked it, then you know what you should watch? Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. That is a great film. I don't care what anybody says to me. That is a great film. It's a fantastic film. Basically it's about a girl who, you know what? I think maybe I should review it next. Because it's not, you can tell that I like bloody shit, and I like,
you like violence.
I do like violence and gory films, and I also enjoy like emotional stuff. I just prefer the violence than the emotional side of things, because, you know, I'm emotionally stunted and we're just growing. Anyway, my little takeaway from this film is more, it makes you question your morality, really. As the audience, you're watching and you're like, yes, this Nazis, they got what was coming to them. And I 100%, I'm not even going to lie to you, I 100% could relate in a way.
Ooh.
But then again, I know the reality of what it is now. Like, say I had that feeling back then, I think it would be more understandable than now, where things have, I don't even want to say simmer down, because they haven't, because neo-Nazis still exist and Nazis still exist. So racism still exists, sexism still exists. So I think maybe going forward, the question that I'm facing to society is, what now? Like, I feel like at the moment we're all in limbo, you know. It's such a weird situation, or it's such a weird state to be in. Like, nobody knows what's going on, like what's really going on. Like, the shootings in America, like, it's mad. And like the violence against women in the UK, it's just increasing. Like, it's alarmingly increasing. I don't know. And I feel like this is obviously because women are fighting back, and, you know, minority, they're fighting back, and we're being met with the same violence that you know, that happened, that existed back then. So what has really changed? I'm sorry, I'm really getting heated. It's like, has anything really changed? Like, do we really have to show you violence so that you understand? Like exactly like you were saying. Do we need to make men feel even more emancipated, or would that just make them even act out even more? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, should we also just be like, white people are this, white people are that, this is that? Would that just make white people just go mad and be like, you know what? You lot can fuck. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like this back and forth of what can we do to go forward to keep the peace, because I feel like things are just hotting up at the moment, and everyone's emotions heightened. Like, everyone's on edge. I'm like, I was in an interview, right? And I said something about how important it is for me to know the culture of a company. The side that I was coming from was more, I want to be friends of sorts with, or be able to get on with my work and with my colleagues as well. But then he asked me a question, can you just elaborate what you mean by the culture of the company? And how I interpreted that is, are you being cheeky and asking us about diversity? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the tone that he used he was kind of smiling. He was like, I see what you're asking, kind of thing. And I was like, actually, that really wasn't what I was asking. Like, majority of the places I've worked at, I'm usually like the token black person, or like, like you're feeling the quota of sorts. Which, hey, it's okay as long as I have a job and, you know, no one's been racist to me or anything, then that's fine. But I feel like that was kind of the question. But then again, it could literally have just meant, what do you mean by the culture? So like, what are you expecting our culture to be? Does that make sense? But I was so guarded that I was like, I kind of just shut down and I just changed the topic because I didn't want to lose the opportunity, and two, I didn't want them to. That's it. Well, that's the thing again, because I do care about diversity. So I don't know, but anyway, that's my little takeaway from Inglorious Basterds. It's a great film. The actors are really, really great. The guy who acted Hans Lander, what's his name? Christopher Waltz. From him in what's the name of that film, Django Unchained, to him in the James Bond film that he did, to him in one other film. There is another film, but just phenomenal actor, great actor. And I've only, you know what's weird? I've only ever seen him as a bad guy as well. Maybe I need to watch a film with him as a good guy, because yeah. He plays a great bad guy. I think the actor himself was actually talking about it a few years back, about the fact that majority of the roles that he's been having lately are like villainous roles, but really, really. Oh yeah, I think he was in The Hateful Eight. Maybe that's someone else. I might be thinking about someone else. Which, The Hateful Eight is another great film. Okay. Sucker Punch and A Hateful Eight. If you haven't watched it, you should. And then we'll talk about it later. Yeah, I think that's kind of my takeaway on, what's it called? On the film. So next up is the one that we're doing together, and that is Comic-Con.
Comic-Con was a blast.
Comic-Con. You know what, yeah? You don't need to get on Chewe, because she doesn't want to go to Comic-Con again.
No. I thought I didn't want to go. I said I would attend.
You said you'd stay outside with Faye and drink and vibe, and you're not going. What's the point? Please, I beg you. Don't piss me off.
I don't know why you're on to me for that.
No, I mean, that's pretty much what we did anyway when we were inside.
Okay. So we went to Comic-Con, like, energies up, anticipation, excitement. I was there. My feelings were there. Remember? My heart was in the right place. Let's start with that. Then we get there, and it's just people, and it's lots of people, and it's crowded. And I get it, because there's many people who are into anime, there's many people who are into comic books, many people into Korean and Japanese culture, there's many people into food. Like, it's not just like one thing fits all. It's like there's a diverse range of what people can do whilst they're there. And then we went inside, we got into this, and I was just like, oh. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Like, the picture I had in my head.
What were you expecting? Because obviously, yeah, it was our first time going as well, we should clarify.
Yeah,
and we cosplayed, but we cosplayed really basic, like easy. Like, I went as Revy from Black Lagoon, and you went as Yuno Gasai. So black dress, pink wig. I wore jeans shorts, tank top, crop tank top with a holster, because somebody told me that they weren't allowing guns, but that is a different conversation for another time. Anyways. So we went really low key, and everyone was like dressed. Like, majority of people were dressed. True, yeah.
So we'll just like, in case we don't have
did
time
not
to go
even
and
end up happening
change,
anyway.
we need to have like something we can go out, out for drinks in without people only like look at them.
Yeah, because we wanted to go to Shoreditch.
Yeah. Can we just
The boy has said
we saw more Demon
can't
Slayer
talk right now.
cosplays than any other cosplays? Is that telling that Demon Slayer is like the
yes,
new,
and
like,
an increasing
cosplay?
amount of Bleach cosplay as well. Sorry, Karen.
Did you see? I didn't see that in Bleach. I saw the captains, and that was about it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. There was quite a lot of the captains. Like I literally saw like a group of like of friends they were all just Bleach captains. There was also that tall Asian guy. Beautiful. He went as the one with the pink kimono, the one with he looked so good. And like with the hair as well, with the everything. Just oh my god. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know there was the Nezuko. There was a Nezuko costume that I saw. And I was wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nezuko.
We should have stopped. You know, I feel like in hindsight, we should have like spoken to more people and taken pictures or like actually had communication with more people and like really taken advantage of it. We only took pictures with the African princess, which by the way, shout out to her, like original character in that. And like she
does it for charity.
She donates her time, doesn't she?
Charity.
She does it all for charity. Exactly. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Absolutely great. And then there was also the K Asian pop section.
Yeah. That was fun to watch. But I knew most of the songs.
It was.
And then I just left.
Yeah, and then we left. Yeah, because we'd been walking. We'd been out the night before. We woke up late. And
we were tired.
Yeah. And I was having mum problems as well.
We had a friend that went there for not opening hours, but she went there reasonably early and wanted to stay
early. And she left. She was the last people to leave. Yeah. So
like
I also bought a few arts. Was when they left. Yeah. I bought a few art things as well, which, by the way, you definitely should have come because I feel like you would have got a few things as well because they were actually they weren't that expensive, the art that is. They were like posters for like £3 for £10 and the poster that I got, the Mob Psycho poster that I got, was I think £5. And that poster was really good, like really, really good.
Yeah, it was good. Did they have a bigger version of it? Was it just the standard size?
No, it was just A4, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. If they had a bigger one, I would have bought it. So I'm thinking of making like a collage of like A4 characters. I'm going to have to build it up eventually and then make like a massive canvas and put it in the middle of my bed.
Your bedroom? Yeah. By the way, isn't your bedroom bigger than one you have now?
Of course it is. I would not be well, it is, yeah. But then again, you know my situation at the moment.
We haven't decided yet. I say we, you.
But, okay, so just so you know, just a slight life update in this segment, might as well. So I'm at a crossroads in my life at the moment where I could make some real progress in my career, or I could focus on where my personal life is kind of leading me. Does that make any sense?
Your personal life?
Yeah, because if I stay home, then things with the boy would be better. Things with my mom would be better because I'll be able to build on that and actually work on that. And I'll be closer to you guys as well. I'll be able to actually drive to you guys as well. But if I move to the other place, I mean, it kind of goes back to me when I was back in Bedford and, you know, you coming down, fine is a straight line, but, you know, it's quite pricey. But for my career, fucking wonderful. I mean, I literally could not ask for any more experience or any more, a better role, really, career-wise and pay-wise. I'm just going to have to sacrifice a lot. And I don't know if I want to do that.
When do you need to know by?
I know, right? I always thought this decision was going to be easy to make.
So when do they need to know
When do
by?
I have to make the decision by? Monday.
Yeah.
For both.
Yeah. And you start the week after, obviously, because you need a week to, like, progress.
Yeah, and I start the week after. Yeah. It's a tough one. It's a.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Either way,
it is.
You
what
still
it
got
is.
me. I'm Faith and Nav.
Ain't that right? So back to Comic-Con. Comic-Con was great. We are actually hoping to, well, I am actually hoping to go for the one in September. So if you guys are also going, send me a DM at Uchenna Bass, or if you want to send it to Chewe at Rosie_Aphrodite. Aphrodite or Aphrodite? Aphrodite. Rosie Aphrodite, on Instagram. And yeah, we'll be able to see your messages, and yeah. Or you can just send us a direct DM at the CU show as well. That's probably more.
Active.
We'll see it on there. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so is there anything else you want to like talk about with the? Oh, I'm going as not Yurichi, Psyche-K, a female Psyche-K for the one in September.
October girl. October.
Oh, Jesus Christ, October. My bad.
Don't give her the wrong date, so turn up to
pink hair, everything.
Pink hair.
Sorry, my heart's been. Oh no, I've got pink hair. Remember, I was gonna go with Psyche this year, but then I was like, nah, Revi's badass. I'll go as Revi.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I would cosplay if I did go again.
It's fine. You don't have to. Like there were also the people that literally did not cosplay. Thingy that was really into it. She didn't cosplay Dutch. So you don't have to as well.
That's true.
But I just think, I saw Homelander and I lost my mind, which reminds me, it's coming out tomorrow. Yes! I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm really gassed for the boys. I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing a review, whether Faith wants to or not. That is definitely happening, and it's happening very soon. And I'm so excited. Actually, maybe that will be what my thing. Well, if all the episodes drop on Friday, which I don't think it is, I think only 3 episodes are dropping on Friday. But you definitely get my review ASAP on those, because I will be watching it on Friday as well. I'm so excited.
My goodness, talking about weekly reviews, Love Island is back on Monday.
Yes, Love Island is back on Monday.
Oh my goodness.
So we're going to be reviewing those too.
On them weekly.
Oh my God. Weekly. Well, we're going to do it often. I'm actually thinking maybe we should do it like, nah. We're just because I think we're introducing a new section called Love Island, right? That's what we want to do. In our weekly
Love
episodes.
Island. I'm excited
for
this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Also, during the time that Love Island was like running,
if someone says my type on paper, take a shot. If they say tall, dark, and handsome, take a shot. If a guy walks in,
take a shot.
Take a shot. Sorry.
Anytime they say they're into petite girls, take a shot. Oh my God, yeah. I was talking to this guy. I went to see this guy the other day, and he goes, "Oh wow, you're tall." I'm like, I don't know which women you've been hanging. I am 5'5". I am not tall. I'm barely 5'5" as well. Like, what kind of women have you been talking to, bro? That's creepy.
Anyway, I'm 5'3".
Well, to be honest, you lot are plenty. You size 6 shoe wearing hoes. I'm joking.
I can actually wear a juniors and be tax free my shoes.
Wow.
No.
I'm out here with my size 7, size 40 shoes. I cannot wear children's anything. Honestly. Yeah. But what else is there? I think that's kind of it. Shall we round up the reviews episode and start the next one?
Yeah.
Awesome. So next segment is, I feel like I should have like a medley or something for each of the sections, but anyways, weekly mind blowers. This I stole from Rick and Morty, Morty mind blowers, or the Rick mind blowers. It's Morty mind blowers, isn't it? And then I kind of changed it to mini mind blowers weekly mini mind. I don't know what we're going to call it, but it's one of those.
Well, I've already
weekly
done my mind blower. My mind blower was a woman got proposed to at her husband's funeral.
I've got bears, bro. Including the woman who got proposed to at what's it called? In Nando's. I'm sorry, if my partner proposed to me in Nando's, I would be so upset. It's the casualness of it. He doesn't take no.
No, I feel like, as I just said beforehand, Nando's is not the place. It's a very casual. It's not, I'm laying the casual too thick, but it's not a place for a proposal. Like, if you know what your girl
it's not.
likes, you should actually would have planned it better.
Right?
Right?
Let me see if I can find this video because it's upsetting me. If I can find the video, I add it to the graphics for YouTube. Of the lady that got proposed to.
Actually, the other mind blower I had, one of the archbishops of one of the churches in England was doing a press run, saying that we should be forgiven of Prince Andrew's past transgressions. That he's doing his bit.
Can I play the video?
Is that him?
I think for all of us, one of the
Can you hear it?
ways that we celebrate when we come together is in learning to be a more open and forgiving society. Now, with Prince Andrew, I think we all have to step back a bit. He's seeking to make amends, and I think that's a very good thing. But you can't tell people how they're to respond about this, and the issues of the past in the area of abuse are so intensely personal and private for so many people. It's not surprising there's very deep feelings indeed. There's a difference between...
Okay, so did you hear that? Okay, so that's what he said.
Roll my eyes throughout his whole speech. Why are we asking us to forgive him? Like, let him bear his shame as shame, because it is shameful what he did.
Yeah. I do think this is a round that they're doing because the Queen's Jubilee is literally, this weekend.
Well, he didn't attend. The Guardian did a flash news release. Oh, Prince Andrew is not attending because he's got COVID. I'm like, does he now?
Right, okay. Of course. Yeah, of course. he can't go. Why? He should not. I do hear what the priest is saying, but that we should be more forgiving. Actually, it's a great segue into what I want to talk about next. We should question and also kind of be more forgiving about how we react to certain things. Because fine, he did it. That's true that he's done it and that he's getting flack for it. That is good. But then here's the thing. What happens now? What do people actually want? Do they want him to go to jail? What do we want as a result of what he's done?
Personally, I want him. Well, he's already been removed from his personal, his royal duties. He's not allowed to.
Yeah, he's lost his job. But fair enough, his mum is really rich. So, it's not like he's going to be poor or anything.
I get most of my time back.
Yeah.
What then?
But then I feel like for someone who's so in the public eye and who is very clearly beloved by, one of the most important people in the UK, it's important that they get criticized appropriately for behaving out of line or doing something illegal, which is what he has done. But I also do think that don't be cussing his family and stuff. Just cuss him personally. He's done this.
I don't think people are cussing the royal family.
It's likely that his family has enabled it as well, because I'm sure that they knew about it. But that's a story for another day.
Victims as well.
Yeah. So I think the priest has a point. But I also think it's interesting that it's coming from a priest.
I think he got paid off.
Because, I know it's mainly the Catholic Church, but the Anglican Church, they have their abuses too. So, pardon? Are you trying to say we should forgive you for what? What? You and them altar boys, and you and them MPs, that are touching small boys' willies, all of you should go to jail, not community service. Jail! I swear to God, all of you are going to hell. All of you in that, what's it called? Watching porn and stuff and abusing. How is it that the people that we have put in power are abusing their power in such a way? It's come out. Nobody cares. I don't see the anger for these MPs as much as I saw the anger for Prince Philip. Does that make sense? His name is Prince Philip, right? I forget.
Andrews.
I feel like, is it Andrew? Sorry. Andrew, Prince Andrew. It's the same. It's the same thing. It even was. Well, I didn't actually know on the scale of things, but I'm going to say, let's say it's the same thing because they both abuse people.
Yeah.
So where's the anger? Because is it Rees-Mogg, that one with 5 billion children, that's come out and said we should be more forgiving as well? That, you know, these things, it's a sickness. I don't give a shit. Jail! I'm sorry. Right. These people stress me out so much. Anyway, in the sense of us being more forgiving and segue into my little mind blower is Johnny Depp v. Amber Heard. It's come out today or yesterday that he's won.
He won that defamation case.
And he's been awarded 15 million and she's been awarded 2 million. So technically, I feel like they're saying that she did more defamation to his character than he did to hers. Yeah. So basically, they did both abuse each other, by the way, and they did both
try to defame each other,
deform each other's character, but she did more. Is basically what they're saying. Now, what did they call her? Let me be very specific about what Shadeborough has said, because this is very important to me. So what did Shadeborough? The political commenter goes, Johnny Depp winning his defamation case against Amber Heard is a reminder that women can be abusers too. The era of believing women, no matter what, should rightly be put in the dustbin after this verdict. I'm sorry. What? Don't piss me off. I swear to God, I know what she's trying to say, but don't say it like that. Because you saying it like that, it's just going to incite problems.
It is. What the thing is, no one's ever said women can't be abusers too. People just forget the reality of things. Oh, you're a woman. You can't do this to your husband. That's not my problem. And that's also, yours.
Statistics literally show that men are more abusive. What else do you need to know? I mean, it's likely that women are, and, you know, men are ashamed of there is also that stigma to it. However, statistics as they stand right now, men are the abusers. And unfortunately, that's kind of what's out there. And we should also put out there, yes, that women can also be abusers. But in this particular situation, they were both abusing each other. The relationship was toxic from the get-go. Did you see the way he spoke about her? He spoke to her?
Yeah.
That is problematic. I mean, I know that everyone's seen him as some kind of saint. I don't particularly think so. He's just as toxic as she is. They are just as bad as each other, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Cancel me or whatever. Did you see the videos of the things that he said about her and the names that he called her in the deposition? And he was so smugly on the stand or whatever it is that they sit on, saying, yes, I said that. I'm like, and you're proud that you called her a bitch or a blah, 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 blah. And everyone is hyping him up.
Mm.
It's weird because at the moment, just because his rightly so wants to clear his name doesn't mean he's a saint. He's not a saint. All of a sudden he's a saint. He's not a saint though. Like, he's not. He did call her those abusive names. She's also just as abusive. So why is there like a clear winner? Okay, but to be honest, she is very calculative and not gonna lie. Yes, she was probably more abusive than him, but he was still abusive. So I guess maybe that's why everyone's, you know, happy for him. And I'm happy that he was able to clear his name to say that he's not actually as much as an abuser as she said he was, but still he's toxic. That's my opinion. And with the forgiveness thing, I guess my point was should, you know how like all these allegations and stuff kind of came out in the media about what Amber said and the things that Amber put out there. So should we have been more forgiving of Johnny Depp? So basically what this political commentator said, that just because someone makes an a allegation, should we jump and crucify them in the court of public opinion? But here's the thing, you can't help but do that anyway.
I think it's a 50-50. I feel like in some situations it is warranted, but in others I feel like we don't have enough information to crucify people.
Exactly. And
it's like in some situations where someone's
so dangerous to
have been abused, and I'll be like, oh, in most situations people take the victim's side, because why would you take the abuser's side? But
exactly,
until we get
it's common sense to just take the person who's saying that they're the victim to kind of take their side. It's human nature to not feel pity but sympathize, like you said.
Yeah. But then in some situations, I feel like
pushing the narrative that the victim should not be listened to is literally what's perpetrating the abuse, the male aggression on women in the UK right now. Because did you know there was a woman who filed a restraining order against her ex? I saw the story on TikTok. If I can find it, I'll add it here. And he went to jail. He got out of jail. I think they met, or he obviously the restraining order didn't even work. Also, most women don't even know of Claire's law because he was on there before they started dating. Anyway, he ended up murdering her. So, I mean, they didn't take her, saying that he's doing all this thing. They didn't take that seriously. The police didn't take that seriously. So we have more normal, real life cases where women are still not taken seriously when they make sexual allegations or any allegation of any sort. I know someone personally who was being stalked by their ex-boyfriend, and the police did nothing about it. It was insane cyberbullying. The police could not do anything. They literally told her, well, delete your social media. Why are you on social media? What? So this is normal people that are like this, right? And you're making this seem like, oh, don't believe you. Because if you say that, if you perpetrate that, it's going to seep right into the community, and it's going to cause more damage than reparations. So I'm sorry, it's just such a dangerous narrative and such an insensitive thing to say. If you're going to say something like that, say it with sense. Tweet more. Create a thread, yeah? And have more tweets. Don't just make one. How many words? 180, 240 words? Or characters or whatever, and just leave it at that. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I get so heated about these things, but the next thing I wanted to talk about was the transgender. I don't even know if we should talk about this, but that was having sexual intercourse with women with a
strap on.
Yes, thank you. I was looking for the right words.
Yeah, I saw that.
I find that so problematic.
Okay.
And I guess my question is that sexual assault?
I don't think it's sexual assault, but he should have revealed it at some point. Because obviously these women agreed to give consent to have sex with him, so just didn't know what that entailed until afterwards. So I don't think it's assault because they did agree, but I feel like there should have been some kind of honesty or disclosure beforehand.
So obviously now it means that consent is changing. Like, we need to add more things to consent, especially with more and more trans issues, happening, where people who aren't trans or who are cis, is that the correct word?
Cis, yeah.
Are quite well in their right to not want to date someone that's trans. Is that okay? Should we encourage it? Should that be something that we should just I don't know. I feel like this is a more
preference at the end of the
complicated.
day. Like, some people are for it, some people are
Right.
for it.
So
Like,
you should technically be upfront about
your choice who you're attracted to. Not your choice, but
exactly.
you can decide
Yeah.
who you date.
But you should still be upfront that, oh, this is my sexual orientation. This is who I am. Blah blah blah. So that way you're not deceiving anyone. So anyone can't feel slighted about anything, because now it's I'm sorry, but to me it's an absolute violation of the trust I have put in you.
Yeah.
It 100% is. There's no way that the women aren't leaving this feeling kind of slighted or feeling some kind of way. And yeah, I think a larger discussion around this definitely needs to be had, but I don't know in what context. And to be honest, I've not really thought about it. I've just expressed anger so far. I didn't really want to deep it, which I probably should. Anyway, the next thing that I have, that kind of blew my mind was ZZ versus Shadeborough comment section with the guy, you know. You remember I showed you when we were at Comic-Con?
Oh, the guy who was talking
the
about
mixed race boy,
mixed race girlfriend. Well,
yeah, and then ZZ kind of commented, and some weirdos started running their mouth. I'm looking for the initial post. And there's also the one about the Japanese man that turned himself into a dog.
Yeah, he spent so much money on that as well. LeBron James became the first, makes history as the first active NBA player to become a billionaire.
Whoa! Congratulations!
Congratulations to him.
Indeed. Oh, I didn't. I. It's the wrong one that I did. Anyway, here's the aftermath of the initial thing.
Today, this was on a live stream. He was like, "Oh, who are you meeting?" I was like, "Oh, I'm meeting this Peng Blackbird." I was like, "You fucking fancy her?" And I was like, "Do you know one of them black girls just doesn't look like a standard black girl?" He was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, they're just not coming like Drogba. It's just a fact, bro. I don't know why these girls get impressed as well. I'm not racist, obviously. My dad is literally black, but it's like the majority of black girls aren't fit, and you are the very extreme of very fit blackbirds. So it's just a fact. And all these butters blackbirds that literally look fucking clapped, that no one wants to go near, and now pressed."
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
So that was him sending a voice note to the girl that he was talking about in the video.
Like, oh, I'm not racist. I've got friends that are black. Ugh.
Oh my god, my dad is black. So what? You're still a prick and you're still racist. And the self-hate, I'm sorry. Do you look in the mirror and see a white person? Because you need to know who you are, prick. And can I also just mention, it's the fact for me that he goes, you know how majority of black girls are not good looking. I don't know who you've been seeing, because...
And the part where his friend was like, excuse me, what do you mean? He was also taken aback as well. What, he was. His white friend.
The white friend is just as bad. I'm sorry. The white friend is just as bad as him.
But encouraging him.
Because clearly they both think the same. What?
But encouraging him in his speech.
Yeah. He laughed at him because he realised what he said on live was going to be problematic. Not that he disagreed. Come on. Don't tell me you didn't see his expression. That was what his expression was saying. Was like, his expression was, I agree with you, but bro, you're alive, you know? That was his expression. He said, save this for the Snapchat group chats. That's what he said. That, to me, I don't even know. This is not news anyway. We all know that deep down, this is what these men are thinking. This particular group of men, by the way, might I add. I think that's the end of this section, right? Yeah. We can end it right there. And if you guys know of any stories you'd like us to kind of talk on or read up on, just let us know. Send us a DM or send us an email to info@thiseusshow.com. And the next segment is workplace stories. And I have a few.
Do you?
Yes. So I follow this subreddit called Ask Reddit, and Ask Reddit literally asks people questions, literally, and it gets answers, and the answers are in the comments. So I'm going to share one with you. So Ask Reddit asked its followers, what is your toxic workplace story? So one of the comments said, our principal hits on everyone and it's harmless but low-key irritating. Do you have that person who's always flirting with someone at work?
I think so. I see it, but you know, I'm watching the situation and I'm watching to see how things develop.
Not flirting with you. I mean, flirting with everyone.
Not with particular people that I see flirting. I'm watching how things develop.
Okay. Yeah. How about Boss Boy?
Oh, I have not seen him since I last took the bus.
I could not believe I've actually already named him Boss Boy. That's actually funny. Okay, next one. Every day there was a meeting in the morning to yell and insult about all the bad things that were done. How did he expect the employees to work motivated with that? I hear that.
Ain't that right?
I had that at my other workplace. It's not even every morning. It's like every now and then. It's like, it was like so weird. As a woman, I probably should not say this because it's definitely problematic, but it's like when her hormones are like, you know, weird and she can't control herself. And she's literally just, or maybe when she's just had an argument with her husband, because obviously they work together and they literally, it's so weird. They literally piss each other off in the office. And you can tell because one will just storm out of the other one's office and then the other one will be shouting, like the woman will be shouting at him as he's walking out. And it's like, no. It was proper dramatic sometimes in the office. I'm like, and we're right here seeing all of this, by the way. Like, we're in the office watching you guys have a domestic.
I really wouldn't work with someone I'm in a relationship with. I wouldn't be in a relationship with someone I worked with. They
have multiple businesses together.
Well, I
mean, that's not the issue. You can do that, but when you're going to argue, don't argue in front of your employees. Like, don't do that.
But you carry that home.
Like,
they would not be happy. They carry that home with them because there isn't a separation of work and personal because they carry the work home with them.
Well, I guess I don't actually know. I'm sure that they you know, they do things and they try to sort things out their own way. I'm definitely happy that
I personally wouldn't be able to do it, especially if we're both like in managerial positions of the company, and it would seep into our personal life somehow. You know, we might not argue, but we'd be passive aggressive to each other.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that going on as well. And you know what's funny? The husband is like really chill. He don't give a shit. She will be shouting. He would just be walking away. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so toxic.
Like, what, you don't give a shit? Like, no, mate.
Exactly. That just sets her even off. Like, it sets her off even more. And like, it's so crazy because like, you'll come into the office one day and she would be crying. Like, if working there was an emotional roller coaster and I was like, you're not even emotionally like invested or anything, but it's an emotional roller coaster because you don't know what you're walking into. Like, it's so, you're constantly on edge and constantly having to defend yourself against other people's mistakes. It was not a good place. Nah. I would not recommend. Next story. My manager does that too. Like, she uses us like frustration dumps. Yeah, exactly. I really hope that managers treat employees as humans, not slaves. Speaking of, someone messaged me the other day and asked if they could be my slave.
Did they? All these people that are messaging these ones. It's interesting. It is. Someone wants to be your sugar daddy. This one wants to be your slave.
Chewe, I don't know.
It's clever, man.
You know, as flabbergasted as I was at that baby sugar daddy message that I got, I was just as surprised. I was like, what on my social media gives you the idea that this is what I
want.
This is what I'm selling, you know? I mean,
the thing is, you're not even on it like that.
No! Like, there's no sexual innuendo, there's nothing. It's just like bare normal. I don't know, man. Anyway, do you want to read the rest? I don't know if you're following.
Yeah, I know where we are.
Okay.
I know. I had a shitty laptop in which the key didn't work, and everyone on my team knew. One day, I was on a call testing something, so I had to type something multiple times. The senior developer on the call said to me, "You are not doing this to irritate me, right? Can't you just copy and paste? You are wasting my time." Edit. I personally own a Mac, but I was supposed to use a company-provided laptop. So they knew that her laptop wasn't working properly, and he was getting frustrated at her. Is that how I'm reading it?
I hate people like that.
How are you reading it?
No. This person probably doesn't have mental correlation. Like, they can't make one thing equal the other. There's a lot of people around. I'm actually like that guy, the one that pissed me off yesterday or this morning. Yeah. Mental correlation is not there. I say I don't like you. You're saying, oh, something you like me. I'm saying I don't like the correlation is not, you get what I'm saying? They don't have mental correlation. They can't understand that one thing and something else means this. Huh?
Yeah.
He to him, just because he likes me was okay for us to carry on. I'm like, but no, it's not. There needs to be reciprocity. Sorry. I'm digressing.
Next problem.
Next problem.
This is long. I worked at a bicycle shop some years ago. Management hired this guy who looked like Jesus. He was dirty, loud, and a drug addict. Okay, don't like the reference of Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Drug addict.
How does that look like Jesus?
Exactly.
What are you trying to say, bro?
I saw Jesus and I saw the next one was dirty. I was like, am I reading this? Every morning he would come to work high AF, then proceed to blow up in a bathroom toilet with explosive diarrhea. Ooh. Lasted a few months. His tardiness and wild rants got the better of everyone. Best funny story. One morning, this guy went to the bank with a manager to get money for the register. Apparently, he got into an identical car next to the manager, and the driver was still in there. The driver panicked and started clawing at his window. All the while, the red-eyed Jesus dude just sat there, minding his business. Manager had to walk over and tell this dude to get the hell out of his car and into his car. Want to get the hell out of that car and get to his car. Freaking crazy man, absolutely nuts.
Freaking crazy man, absolutely nuts. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
He's American.
Carry on.
That sounds very American, but so.
Yeah. That's why I did the accent.
After he was fired, we saw him ride in a couple of times before never seeing him again. I think he was homeless on top of it all. Not bad, but come on, man. Come on, fam. Can't be scaring people away from the shop. Okay. I don't get what talks
like this is like one of just one of those weirdos that, you know, well, weirdos is a broad term that I'm using here, so please don't crucify me. But that you're what people end up hiring. But I am raising eyebrows at the people that actually hired him in the first place.
Exactly. Like, if you saw he was dirty at the interview, why would you hire someone who's dirty to represent you at the front of the house as a bike shop selling your products?
Maybe they thought, oh, don't discriminate.
From hygiene? From hygiene,
Hey, don't discriminate against the smelly guy or the smelly cat. I'm sorry, but he got into the wrong car because it was high, innit?
Exactly.
What was he gonna do?
I hope they didn't make him drive.
Exactly. He sat in the passenger seat. he didn't get in the driver's seat, you know? He had no intentions of doing anything. The guy was just chill.
Some paycheck.
He probably just forgot to shower for 10 days. Also, have you seen that video of that girl that goes, have you seen the video of the girl that goes, I'm 3 days freshly showered or something? And I was like, what do you mean fresh? What do you mean fresh? Fresh where? I'm sorry. That video made me laugh so hard. And then Kev on stage did a reaction to me, and he goes, fresh? Oh my god, Kev on stage is too funny. Moving on, the next one was that the last one?
Yeah.
So, okay guys, that's everything for this particular episode. If you've liked it, let us know. Don't forget to give us a follow, a subscribe, like, and comment wherever you can. I'm sure you can also comment on, because Acast has that thing where you can actually comment, but I think I need to enable the setting so that people can comment. But anyway, yeah, comment on YouTube, let us know what you think and if you liked it. And
I've been Chewe.
I've been your overpowered girl, Uchenna. We'll see you in the next show. And thank you very much for listening. Bye.
Bye.